Yeah, for sure. I mean, for every society, for human civilization, education is very important. The question asks whether the education is qualified, is it good enough? I tend to object the notion that when politicians came out and say, "Oh, we have to invest more money to the education system," but that doesn't mean if you build more universities, you hire more professors, that will translate into better education. So this is, I think we have to be very careful on the term education itself. Rather, I think freedom, in order, I think people always, I mean, many people, they always misunderstand freedom in a way that, oh, freedom means you can do whatever you want. But actually, I think freedom and responsibility, they are twin brothers. And you can't have more freedom without stressing the importance of responsibility. That people have to be responsible on their own act and things like that. So, as I mentioned earlier on, the digitized economy means there is more freedom in the flow of information. So then we have to think about, in order to manage, I mean, the freedom wouldn't be abused, then we have to think about the responsibility. This is a tricky issue because I don't agree with, by responsibility, the government could punish people or regulate people by posting their ideas. Because if we let the government have power on what we can post on the internet, that would be very dangerous.
That so like censorship.
Yeah, that would end up into like censorship. You're correct. But I think, well, if we talk about, for example, the dark side of a digitized economy, I just mentioned, for example, the extremists. They're using the platform to recruit, to spread their crazy ideas. Then we have to think about why the people would be attracted by these stupid ideas in the first place. I think this is the fundamental question that we should ask. And you're right that at the end of the day, it comes back to whether these people are, have to have the common sense or literacy to distinguish whether some messages are stupid or not. I think the market should be able to do a better job in differentiating which message we should listen to it and what kind of message we should just ignore. The problem with some people, they listen to the crazy ideas is maybe they are underprivileged group in the society where they see no hope. And then we should think about why they see their life being no hope. Then it might come back to some very traditional problem. Even we are in a digital era, but on the other hand, we also face some question that has been in human history for 1,000 years. For example, when people feel no hope, is it because they do not have jobs? They cannot see the ladder that they could climb up and to improve their livelihood. For example, I wonder, for the case in Europe, Is it because of too much welfare provided, unnecessary welfare provided to some ethnic groups, that at the end they choose to live in ghettos? But if you take the welfare away, then they would have no choice but to really come out to work. And also other measures like minimum wage, or very difficult for employer to fire people, which means very difficult, very high cost for employer to hire people, and things like that. So I think going back is not, we should not blame the internet for being too free. We should go back to the very fundamental question: why people would pick up stupid ideas from the internet, whereas just go out and get a real job. And I think this is a fundamental question that we should ask ourselves.